Howdy partners, this here is one heck of a game. When I say Rockstar, most of you will say open world. We all know that Rockstar own the open world genre, especially with GTA, and most significantly, GTA 4. Dominant game that was. Red Dead reeks of the GTA formula that if you don't dig deep enough, you'll just assume that this is just a skin version of GTA 4. But you'd be wrong if you stuck to this exterior. If you're familiar with GTA, picking up Red Dead is completely intuitive. The learning curve is not as steep, and how the game gets you into the control system is not forced and feels subtle and natural. If you haven't seen the epic trailers that Rockstar have released, you play as John Marston, a typically grey, morally ambiguous protagonist who's out to get one of his brothers in crime from his previous outlaw life. As with all gaming plots, this allows for you to play as John Marston in various ways. You can allow him to be good or bad depending on the choices you make using the in-game morality meter. The game allows for lots of game time. The linear storyline should last for roughly 20 hours, but there's a ton of side missions and stuff that will keep you occupied for months to come. Yes, the multiplayer rocks and sets to revolutionize multiplayer gaming on the console and basically does what it sets out to do. It's very similar to an MMO light in that you can create posses with other players online, do traditional matches, or even just cause some mayhem together around the Wild West for a couple of hours. The world is exceptionally beautiful, it's extremely expansive, and riding around in what seems to be a world that's very alive is incredible. Besides the world being so remarkably detailed and realistic, the audio is what really brings it to life. The sound effects and the environments are so real, it's like you're standing in the middle of the crew. On top of that, people that inhabit the world are so real, and the actors that portray them so convincing that it even seems to bring the NPCs to life. The animals, but especially the horses and cows, are incredible, both in their animations and in their meticulous detail. Yes, as with all things in this life, not everything is perfect. The most glaring problem is the bizarre camera angles used when you're either skinning a coyote or looting the last gentleman you shot. The shadows look like grey jam on Marston's face. But really, in the bigger scheme of things and the greatness of this title, you'd be one of the doofest dudes not to pick up this game because of that. Red Dead Redemption gets a 9.5 out of 10, just shy of full marks. It's the greatest Western of all time, and Clint Eastwood would be very proud.